Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Sue Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I live in Minnesota. Yes, snowy Minnesota. Let me see if I can find myself here. Hopefully I'm in the right place. I think I remember how to do this. I've missed you. I've been gone the last 2 Mondays. I went to Texas for our annual convention. It was a 2.5-day event. So Tony and I took 4 days going down and 2 days coming home. And then we just saw so much. Everything from hiking to art museums. And we got to see 2 of Tony's friends and 1 of their wives. We had a wonderful trip. It was, of course, it's always nice to be home. But I got the new catalog that starts May 1st. So speaking of this, let's see. Okay, somebody's watching. Hello and welcome. I sent out, hi Anne, thanks for joining me. I sent out a survey asking you to kind of, what's the word I want? Oh, words are not coming to me already, sorry. To kind of opt in for me to send you the annual catalog, and I've only heard from a couple of you. I really need to know that you want this, because it does cost me money, which I'm fine sending to you, but I want to know that you want it. And I sent a survey using this email address. So check if you ordered from me in the last year. I think I did orders over $50 and my Paper Pumpkin subscribers. You got an email from me, and I use the email you use to place your orders. But it's coming from this email, so maybe it's in your spam folder if it's still there, if you would check that out. So I ask your preferred name, and one of you goes by a different name than your orders. And sometimes I have multiple emails, so I want to know what email you prefer, your mailing address. I do want to make sure I have the current one, because I've sent cards to a couple of you, and they keep coming back, and I don't have your current address. And then I had some other questions about events you'd like me to have for us to stamp together. So that was what my survey was about. But if you want the annual catalog, just let me know and I'll make sure you're on my list. And I need to know by the end of the week. I will probably submit that on Saturday. So the annual catalog, you can see mine is well worn already. It was in and out of my bag all week when we were in Texas. So hello Kathy, thank you for joining me, and Christine and Chuck if he's with you too. Thank you for joining me. So just a reminder that as that new catalog comes, the old catalog is leaving us, and this ends on April 30th. Of course, with that, we have lots of things retiring, and I included those retiring lists in my newsletter last week, but I think I'm going to post them on my blog here at northstarstamper.com. That's my personal website that I maintain. I think I'm going to put the retiring lists here because it's getting a little confusing, because we have 2 catalogs. The annual catalog and the mini are both ending the same day. So things are retiring from both catalogs. Some are moving to online exclusives. And just a heads up that we are increasing the prices on many things. So I'm going to try to get a comprehensive list, and I'll put all that on northstarstamper.com. So in the annual catalog, we do have these in colors, and I alphabetized them for us. Orchid Oasis, Parakeet Party, Starry Sky, Sweet Sorbet, and Tahitian Tide. These are all retiring. The 2 things that are not available, that are already sold out, is the refill for the Parakeet Party, and then these pearls. They're gone, so don't get too excited about that because they're gone. I do have an extra pack of those if you really loved them. Let me know. But otherwise, ink, paper, ribbon, and all these colors are still available. We're not going to use these today because I have the new in colors, and hopefully you've seen these. They are lovely. I played with them a little bit, and I wasn't planning on doing this today, comparing these and talking about these, but I am going to make a card with Shamrock. But Thursday, I plan on showing you the swaps I received at, our convention was called On Stage. I was going to show you the swaps I received. I received lots of product. I was going to show you that. I was going to do color comparisons. But as of right now, nobody is going to join me on Thursday on Zoom, because I want to be able to talk with you and interact with you and get your, have you ask questions and all that. So if I'm trying to be consistent, so I chose the last Thursday of the month, not knowing it was Holy Thursday. So maybe that's why nobody's available on Thursday. So if I don't have anybody join me on Thursday, I will delay it till April 4th. I'll just push it out a week. So let me know if maybe April 4th works better for a couple of you and we can chat about new products. In the meantime, these are the new in colors. They will start for customers May 1st. As a demonstrator, you will be able to order these on April 2nd, next Tuesday. And they are lovely colors. Peach pie, and it does remind me of a peach. It's a really pretty color. Petunia pop, it's a purpley, it's pretty. I really like it. And pretty in pink might look familiar, and I believe it is the same color we had before. And I don't know when it retired. Again, I have that packed away for Thursday. But I believe it is the same pretty in pink that we used to have. So if you like that, and it is different than Bubble Bath, just so you know. Shamrock is a very nice green. I do lots of things with plants, so that's a good one. And Summer Splash is very close to Coastal Cabana, but not quite. And as I said, I will do comparisons when I get together with you on Zoom. So we are going to use Shamrock today. And the stamp set and then we do have these beautiful shimmer, what are they called? Shimmer gems in the new in colors. You can see I've already been using them because I got to play with some new products at On Stage in Houston. So we'll use those today too. So let me know if you have questions. Hello, Alma. Thank you for joining me. And I see Mom and Dad are here too. And Deb Anderson. So it's a full house. Hello, hello. Let me know that you're here. I do appreciate it. Okay, so what we're using today is Filled with Happiness. Sadly, this stamp set is retiring, and I haven't really shown it to you yet. I've used it a little bit, so I have some cards, and it coordinates with the modern oval. You can see how big this punch is. And I have some cards to share with you, and then we'll make a card together. If you have your mini catalog, this stamp set is on page 35. And they show you, if you use the punch with the stamp set, they show you what it punches out. And if you notice, let me see, let me make this a little more flat here. If you notice, what it punches out is the picture in the middle of these two stamps, and this is a very large stamp. You do need the E-block for it. And then I have them ready to go, and I'm going to show you that you can mix and match these two. You can swap these two out. And I have another idea that we could swap out any image, and it's a nice big space. So some of your larger images, I don't know if the cow would fit in there. That might be kind of cute. I'll have to play with that idea. But let me show you what I have. Let me show you. Let's see. Okay, most basic card, and this is one of the swaps I did receive. I don't even know what color that is. She did, this is a demonstrator named Annie Noel. She doesn't say. Oh, card-based various colors. So she made them different colors. I don't even know. This kind of looks like soft suede. Anyway, just very simple. She did quick coloring with blends. Very nice, simple card. Not quite simple stamping with the, well, yeah, stamps, ink, and paper, right? So that'd be a simple stamping card. She didn't even use the punch. All right. So did you watch my videos last week? I showed you how I made this background, and I used this background on one of my swaps for On Stage, and people kept asking, how did you do that? So I have to share that video with my fellow demonstrators. And did you read my blog post about it? I was correct. The blue, I had blue and pink zinnias on my swap card, and the blue was much more popular than the pink. So that was kind of fun to offer them to, and I told them I was doing a survey. So this background, you can see I used, didn't use the punch, I used my deckled rectangles with that one, and I used the blends that coordinated with the parakeet party, so kind of simple. And here I was playing around using scraps of designer series paper because this pattern is retiring, and you can punch. So I punched the white, I stamped and punched my sentiment there, and then I punched a Night of Navy, and then I cut it in half and I spread it apart to get the layer behind that. Just a note. All right, so here's what I was talking about with these, and I'll finish these. Let me grab some dimensionals. So just a card base. This is DSP, obviously, and this is more of my brayer technique, and this one I use the perennial postage die on. So I stamped and punched, and then I colored the bird and the oranges, just super simple. So I could mix and match because they kind of, I think I will put them on this way. But you can mix and match these. So let's finish this. I do like the orange with the green. And that is just twine in a bow. So there's one. Pretty simple. You can use any background. You could, oh gosh, so many ideas for your background layer here. And it's a pretty quick card. I happen to have the background ready to go. I might trim that a little bit. There we go. There. So 2 quick cards. And then these were from something else, but I could punch here. I could stamp and punch my focal point here. And I was playing around. Let's move that out. With the Hooray for Surprises. And I'm pretty sure that the cake with, I sound like Clue, right? The cake with the candle, may have to shorten the candle a little bit, with the lighted candle would fit in there. Of course, I'd make it straight, but you could stamp your cake candle and flame and punch it out. I would probably punch the oval first and make sure it's going to fit, otherwise I'd tend to make things too tall. And that would be a cute middle for your card too, with the happy birthday. Oh, sorry, the words are upside down. Sorry about that. But just look through your stamps and what other images. The balloons would be cute in there. You could put flowers in there. We have a lot of scene building sets. You could do a little scene in there. You could put a Christmas tree. I don't know. You could do anything in there. So that is the Hooray for Surprises. That was the cake. Filled with happiness. So I have a card sample on my computer, and oh, actually, let me back up a little. So I had a few different ideas that were shared with me. So you can color the stamped images, the oranges and the bird and the leaves, or you can go around them like I did on this one. If you don't have, and here too, if you didn't have orange, whatever, blends or marker or ink, you could color around it, and people know what that's supposed to be. So that was a kind of a fun idea. I think this one I used watercolor pencils, and this I think I used blends. You can tell by the shading on there. So just lots of ideas for coloring, or you don't have to. Like, I don't know, the one I'm going to do today, I'm not going to be coloring. Oh, I'm dropping things on the floor. Hold on. Have you noticed this stamp set? It's just kind of fun because I love punches. You probably know that. So I have a white card base. We're going to use our new Shy Shamrock, and I'm not sure how dark the Shy Shamrock is going to be on the Shy Shamrock ink paper. So let's see. So just a note, I'll leave this here. Oh, we do have one other new color. I want to share this because I have used it and I am really going to love it. We have a new color called Basic Beige, and I do have the cardstock. Maybe that would help you see it better. And it's a basic color like black, white, and vanilla. I don't know if you can hold on, my video is delayed a little bit. There, you can see. And I haven't really found what this is like compared to other colors we have, but I think it'll be a great neutral. I did use it on stage as for a no-line watercoloring, and it was kind of fun to use. So that's Basic Beige coming up in May if you are a customer, April 2nd if you're a demonstrator, and you can put pre-order products in your starter kit if you join Stampin' Up. I'm just stamping. During any of our pre-orders, you can put pre-order products in your starter kit, which is what you purchased to become a demonstrator. So that's Shamrock. I have to practice saying the names so I learn them. And I just did just a note, but you're not going to see that anyway. Oh, you can see that pretty well. So I just stamped on Shamrock on Shamrock. Tone on tone. So that's what we're starting with. This might look familiar to some of you. I'm just going to adhere this. Uh-oh, adhesives fell over. This is going to go in the middle of my card. And I think I will make another one of these later tonight using outgoing in colors. So let's put that right in the middle. Now, the sample I have uses a piece of Designer Series paper. I do have some Designer Series paper with this color, but I didn't want to use it yet. So I'm going to make my own with this little sprig here. Okay. I want to use all the stamps in the set. That is a tiny little stamp. We're going to use the same color. It's going to be a monochromatic card. And I am just going to stamp every which way. I'm going kind of quick because it doesn't matter. This is kind of a background. And keep turning. I'm going to go a little slower. I'm making a mess. I'm not getting good images, so let's keep going. And turn it. You are going to see me do more of my own background papers. There. That looks good. And then off. And I'm thinking about starting a new series called Simple Stamping Saturday. And I would pre-record videos that I would have post on Saturday and just do simple stamping. I love doing simple stamping, but I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Because of the responses I got about my annual catalog, people said they liked pre-recorded videos. So that's what made me think of it. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this punch and make a banner. I think this is retiring, this punch. I think there's a different one that's staying. Let's see how long this needs to be. This is going to cover that up. Could be a little thinner, but that's right. Cut it right there. That should be good. And I'm going to flag the other end. That's going to cover that. Just like that. Can you still read it? Not quite. It's a little wide. I should have looked before. Sorry. I'm going to trim 1/8 of an inch from both sides. 1/8, or actually like a 1/16. Hopefully this will be straight. Otherwise we'll go to Plan B, which I'm not sure what Plan B is. Alright. That looks good. And now you can read the words. You're wonderful and I appreciate you. Oh, let's put that on with dimensionals.
That's so funny.
I've mentioned that prices of cardstock are going up, so I am going to be sharing more tips and tricks about hold on, I need to see this straight on. Getting the most use out of your cardstock. For instance, when I have layers, you better believe I'm going to be cutting from the middle of my layers before I adhere it to my card. All right, the other thing this card is going to have is a butterfly. These are the paper butterfly accents in the mini catalog, and I believe these are carrying over, or will be continued, I should say. And I'm having a hard time figuring out what's going to be online only and what's in the catalog. Oh, look at this. And we could color this if we want. I'm going to bend the leaves a little bit. I do not know what happened to my bone folder. I need to find it. I took it to Texas and I haven't unpacked it yet. So I'm just bending it around my take your pick tool just to give it a little bit of a dimension. And then I want glue dots. Oh, that's one thing. Let's see if I can find those. So glue dots, the price of glue dots is going up quite a bit, like to $7 and something, and they're $5 something now. So I used, and this is my test, so I'm a little nervous to know how it's going to work. So I used our Tombow liquid glue, and I put dots on my silicone mat last night, and they are still sticky. I'm thinking that I can use those as glue dots. I can, look at that. I think I will be buying another silicone mat, and then they are bigger, they're thicker. I don't know if you can see, hold on. Let my video catch up. You can't really see, but they are thicker than these glue dots. So it's much more dimensional, I should say. And there is our card. Oh, I did it upside down. Oh, no, I didn't. I put the butterfly upside down. Oh, goodness. Hold on. I stamped and adhered that right. There we go. And I could add color to the butterfly, but I kind of like it. And that is our simple card. I did use 2 punches and an accent, but it's to me, it's very simple stamping because it's just a punch. So that is my card. I am going to do it again in Orchid Oasis, but later. So let's see what questions you have. Anne likes my simple stamping Saturday. Thank you. I love simple stamping, and I find it a challenge to come up with different ways to use stamps. And, you know, Stampin' Up! Challenges us as well. And as a demonstrator, I can win prizes if I tag Stampin' Up! In those things. In my simple stamping. What was I going to say? Oh, Stampin' Up! Gives us a challenge. So it's by the month. It's stamps, ink, and paper. And sometimes, like during celebration, it was stamps, ink, and paper, and a celebration item. Or stamps, ink, and paper, and a punch, like I did here. Or stamps, ink, and paper, and designer series paper, or whatever. I don't know what it's going to be for April. They haven't told us yet. So let's see what you have to say here. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it. No line stamping with the basic beige. Yes, Kathy, you want me? I can do that next week. I'm always looking for suggestions, so I will do no line. Well, it's no line watercoloring. And I'm not the greatest watercolorist, so I think if I spent an afternoon working on my watercolor techniques, that might be a good idea. Here, let me give you some cards to look at. Oh, wait, I was going to add some gluing in here, because I can. All right, and Shy Shamrock would be the darker green, the green. Oh, I could have put them on the butterfly, but that's all right. And just a couple, 3 things to dress it up. Let me put these out. No line. I can do that next week. And like simple stamping. Kathy says, I love the Tombow glue sets up like it does, and you can use it as a glue dot. I also put the glue on small areas, let it set up, then I don't have to worry about the glue oozing. Great idea. Thank you, Kathy, for that tip. I appreciate that. And Kathy says, I need to learn how to do the no-line stuff. Thanks for doing that. No problem. Let me put my other cards out. Thank you for joining me. Let me know if you have any questions, and hopefully you know how to get in touch with me. If you have questions about being a demonstrator, or you have questions about stamping in general, I appreciate all of you. Thank you, thank you. Have a great evening. We did get about 7 or 8 inches of snow last night, and I understand we're getting more tomorrow, so we are going to have a white Easter, even though we didn't have a white Christmas. I thought that was kind of funny when I noticed that today. So, Kathy says the blue card is so cheery. I assume you mean this one. And that little pop of green is just all it needs. I could put some pearls or something on there too if I wanted, or color the berries or whatever. But yeah, simple. You don't need to be fancy, but you can add all the things you want. I could have added leaves around there and vellum punches or whatever. But I think I like this card the best. Looking at it. Simple. Nice thank you card for somebody. All right. Thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. I'll be with you next week, and happy Easter on Sunday. Bye for now.